Hello and welcome to Evans TV. This is our first show since the COVID pandemic began in 2020, so we're happy to be back on the YouTube airwaves and connecting with our residents. Speaking of connecting, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels and subscribe to the Evans Express newsletter. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. You can then be notified every time a new episode is posted. Joining us now is the Evans Police Chief Rick Brandt. The Evans Police Department will be able to build a new police station after residents voted for the initiative on the November ballot. Chief, congratulations on getting approval for this new facility. One of the reasons to have this new facility is safety concerns for officers. Tell us about why the current facility is dangerous to our police force.
So in a couple areas, actually. First one is our parking setup. We don't have secured parking for our patrol cars. That's really a best practices nationwide. It helps in a couple of ways. It keeps people out and away from our equipment, but it also, as officers are exiting their vehicles or loading their vehicles, or maybe they have a prisoner, it keeps them safe and the prisoner safe in an enclosed area. Secondly, a new facility would have what's called a sally port. And a sally port is a secured garage, so officers with prisoners could enter a secured gated area. The gate would close, a garage door would open, and a police car would go inside and the garage door would close. And that's when you remove your prisoner from the police car. And that also is a heightened safety for both the officer and the individual in custody, because it's a very controlled environment. Other issues are public access to the building. We have a couple of access points in our current police department, and although they are secured, especially on the outside, if you've seen the outside entrance on the east end of the building where our parking lot is, it's not well lighted. There's a lot of bushes and shrubs around it. And although, this idea of officers being ambushed is not top of mind with police, it's been happening at higher levels across the country. So officers are walking into this sort of a darkened environment where they don't have a good view of anybody that might be lurking near the building. So that's another issue. And then I think finally, it deals with access from the current municipal building into the police department. Because of fire codes, we do have an unrestricted door that leads into the police department from part of the ECC. And that's obviously not best practices. Virtually anybody that would be in the vicinity of that door knew where it was, could enter the police department unobstructed without any kind of a code or anything else because of fire code requirements. So we have a lot of, it's almost a sieve of, leaks that we have for security issues, not to mention, sufficient security in the building for video surveillance and alarm systems and notification systems when doors are accessed and opened. The current facility just wasn't designed for any of that.
The residents voted for this. So what benefits are they going to see?
We're going to be probably adding, right now we're staffed at about 36 sworn. We're anticipating in 20 years, we're going to be near 60 sworn. And obviously, when we do that, we're going to have enhanced capability for services. For example, right now we don't have a full-time traffic unit because of staffing levels. Right now, we don't have enhanced investigative capacity or capabilities. I have 3 full-time investigators, but we have needs for sort of a special investigative unit to assist in a number of other investigative areas. We're going to have to expand our school resource officer, and we don't have any room for that. Just other functions that our growing police department is going to be able to provide service to the community. I think critically, as we move ahead, is this idea of the co-responder program. So we have these behavioral health co-responders that provide an extraordinary service to our citizens and our residents in Evans. And they don't even have a workspace, right? So we have these full-time people who are embedded with the agency who work for North Range Behavioral Health, but they don't even have a workspace in our building. They actually sit at a table, and if an officer needs that table, they move to another location. And if an officer needs that, they move to another location. So there's going to be, that enhanced capability to provide that high level of service to our community. And then finally, we don't have a good place for our community members to come and meet. If they want to come to the police department, the new facility and best practices dictate that you have a nice community room where, neighborhood associations can come and hold meetings if they want to. It's going to be an open facility that connects the police department to our community. So if they need to hold meetings or whatever it is, HOAs, whatever it is, they can come and use that space free of charge. And I think it's going to be a fantastic asset for the community to have a nice meeting space where they're close to their police department, and it can enable to interact, and we can provide that service.
And when will construction start? Where is it going to be located?
So we don't have a location finalized as yet. City Council has directed staff to take a look at some property at 42nd Street and 23rd Avenue. And city staff has been in discussions with that property owner. That's a really good location. It would embed the police department in a large area of our community with neighborhoods and parks. The dog park's right there. A good location. There's a couple of other locations that we're examining too in the city that we have some inventory for some land. With luck, I would love to see the design phase done in 2022. And if we can get all the design done, a location identified, and start construction sometime in 2022, maybe the end of 2022, we might be in a facility by 2024. We've had such an outpouring of support since we've seen this sort of anti-police rhetoric at a national level. Citizens would stop in regularly. I mean, we were getting baked goods almost every day. Citizens just coming by and saying, thank you. I didn't put on this girlish figure not eating all those baked goods. And, so the outpouring of support, emails, people just stopping by to say hi, sending in gift cards, thanking officers. Officers be eating at a restaurant, having lunch, and citizens would pay for their lunch just to say thank you. Our community is pretty amazing. I think, they're looking past what's happening in these bigger cities and looking at our police department and saying, yeah, we've got a much better relationship than a lot of these larger cities.
Thanks, Chief Brandt. Ballot Measure 2B passed with an overwhelming 63% of the vote. So when Santa makes his trek through Evans on Christmas morning, he might just be wearing a police badge. Santa's teaming up with the Evans Police Department for the annual Santa Cops program. The police department has selected several families in the city of Evans who can't afford Christmas gifts this holiday season. Anyone in the community may donate gifts to the children of these families. So just look for the donation box located outside the front desk of the Evans Police Department and simply drop in your new and unwrapped gifts inside. Community members may donate until Christmas Day. For more information, please contact Officer Teresa McClatchy at 970-590-1504 or email tmcclatchy@evanscolorado.gov. Let there be light. The annual Evans Holiday Lighting Ceremony is back on November 26th, the day after Thanksgiving. So shake off that stuffing and turkey and join us as we ring in the holiday season by lighting the Christmas tree. The event is going to be held on the front lawn of the Evans Community Complex at 6 p.m. and fun family activities run from 6 to 8 p.m. Admission is free and anyone is welcome to join. Make sure you dress warm. It's going to be a good night. We'll see you out there. And speaking of Christmas trees, after the holidays, you can get rid of yours at the Evans Community Complex. Just look for the signs in the southwest parking lot and drop your tree off in the designated area. It's free and easy, and you can get free mulch. The Evans Parks Department turns all the trees into mulch that's available to the public. Simply contact Efren Rodriguez at the number or email on the bottom of your screen. Are you making plans for a big get-together? Then let us help you out with the Evans Party Trailer. It comes with games and gathering tables. The party trailer is free. Just head on over to the Evans link below. Just fill out the online form and we'll contact you shortly to get your rental schedule. The City of Evans has a new communication tool for residents called Voyant Alert. The company explains more about it, how to use it, and how it can benefit the community.
How can you communicate critical and time-sensitive information to the right people at the right time? With Voyant Alert. This affordable and easy-to-use mass notification service is designed with powerful features to help you get your message to those who need it most. With a quick registration process, alert deployment across all communication channels, and a cloud-based interface that allows you to create enriched notifications based on specific preferences and audience characteristics, Voyant Alert is the most user-friendly notification service to fit your needs. Leverage one of the pre-designed or custom templates to send out alerts within 4 to 5 clicks. Combined with advanced geofencing, incident area mapping, and multi-location notification deployment, you can ensure that only recipients in affected areas are notified. You can even set alert ranges, which deploys different messages regarding the same event based on a user's proximity to that event. Quickly send visually engaging alerts that include enriched media with images, documents, and map directions. You can even sandbox specific groups and enable two-way communication and single-click availability responses so that you can be immediately aware of which of your first responders or staff can be on site and when. Voyant Alert includes the ability to apply custom phonetic text-to-speech pronunciations, plus the option to send alerts in multiple languages if you're located in a bilingual jurisdiction. Beyond critical and emergency alerts, Voyant Alert is a revolutionary tool for community notifications. There is no limit to the types of information you can share. Is a neighborhood utility outage planned for servicing? Are you planning a community event that will close a major street? Let your members know in advance. From changes in garbage collection schedules to community food drives, never leave your members searching for the information that is relevant to them. And all of these alerts can be scheduled up to 2 years in advance. Now, let's look at Voyant Alert in action. You can keep your community safe by informing them of incidents related to crime or public disruption that are occurring. With road closures and construction alerts, you can reduce commuter frustration by informing your residents of upcoming road work. In the event of a fire, Voyant Alert can help you communicate personalized next steps to your recipients and specify evacuation areas, egress plans, and muster points. Creating alerts has never been so easy. And with Voyant Alert, you will reach the groups you need at the right time.
Just go to the Google Play or iTunes store, search for Voyant Alert, and download the app today. And finally, we would love to wish everyone in the city of Evans a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, and we'll see you next week on Evans TV.